Welcome to Well-Led Schools, a show that helps school leaders, aspiring leaders and wellbeing advocates improve culture and lead their school with wellbeing in mind. I'm Adrienne Hornby, a health and wellbeing consultant for schools and former school leader. I work alongside leaders and their staff to build and embed a tailored staff wellbeing action plan that will nurture a positive school environment and address teacher burnout, so that schools can go on to improve outcomes and performance. I'll be bringing you useful bite-sized episodes that share practical ideas to improve staff wellbeing by putting people first, then pedagogy. Introducing new initiatives is a challenge when your staff are on the brink of burnout. I'm sure that many of us have experienced that. Whether staff are constantly calling in sick, struggling to bounce back post-pandemic, or you're experiencing a bit of pushback on your new ideas, the pressure of an increasing workload and challenging students can stop our progress in its tracks. What we need in schools is an approach that plans for and considers the multiple elements required to increase staff psychological safety. In episode 4 of Well-Led Schools, we'll be exploring positive psychology's PERMA model of wellbeing, how it can be applied in the workplace, and ideas to try at your school that will help increase staff wellbeing across each of the PERMA model's pillars of wellbeing. This episode is brought to you by my signature Well-Led Schools partnership, a 12-month program that brings leaders and staff together to create a shared vision for their school and empowers them to create an action plan that leads to needle-moving changes in school culture and morale. Doors are opening to this program only once a term, and our next opening date being November 11. You can stay updated at adriennehornby.com.au/school-partnerships. Now let's get started. Let me introduce you to the PERMA model. This model is widely recognised and influential in the field of positive psychology, an approach to psychology with a focus on utilising positive interventions to improve wellbeing, with the goal of thriving or flourishing over a focus on fixing or identifying what's wrong and just returning to feeling okay. The PERMA model can be used for individuals, but it's gained traction in workplaces, organisations and in schools as an effective way to improve psychological safety and wellbeing of our staff. When working with clients, schools or organisation, I also find this model useful for conceptualising their path and the interventions required. PERMA is the acronym of the 5 pillars of positive psychology according to Martin Seligman. PERMA stands for positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning and accomplishment. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore each of the PERMA model pillars, as well as practical ideas that you can try at your school to begin improving workplace wellbeing right away. We know that people perform better in work and life when they're happier. When this is the case, our staff's mood is optimized and they're more optimistic and stress resilient in general. As leaders in schools, we can promote positive emotions in our staff by implementing initiatives such as surveying our staff to identify workplace stresses and find out the suggested initiatives for improving wellbeing, providing our staff with training opportunities in stress management, resilience, emotional intelligence, and coping strategies. And finally, through sharing, promoting, and encouraging access to mental health resources and supports, just to name a few. The E in PERMA stands for engagement, which is the feeling of being completely tuned into and absorbed by something that you enjoy doing, and maybe even something that you excel at. Being engaged in what you do helps promote a sense of well-being. The key to more staff engagement is to harness more motivation within job roles and opportunities that excite and impassion our staff. Leaders in schools can begin to do this by utilising strategies like identifying and confirming an understanding of job roles and responsibilities, supporting teachers and leaders to find their professional identity through identifying their professional and personal strengths, promoting self-direction and autonomy, and in allocating coaching and mentoring partnerships across our school. The next pillar is relationships. Humans are social creatures by nature. So it should be no surprise that we need positive relationships to thrive and feel well. Building connections with others and having support systems helps us to flourish, and have meaningful and deep collaborative relationships is essential for our well-being. In the workplace, collaboration is less likely without those meaningful relationships. And without collaboration, it will be hard to see any concrete outcomes or innovation in the workplace. So, schools can promote more positive relationships by providing opportunities for team and relationship building, both in and out of school hours, by focusing on developing trust amongst leaders and staff. We can ensure concrete opportunities for our staff to collaborate and provide them with the systems, structures, and processes to do so. And really importantly, by managing and resolving conflict where relevant. And I would say it's even in the prevention of the conflict to begin with. To feel profound satisfaction in life, we have to give it meaning. At work, we're more likely to experience meaning when there's a shared sense of purpose and vision that's guiding the direction the collective is moving in. We all know that teachers are in education to make a difference. Ensuring staff are reminded of their purpose and are working towards that shared vision is extremely important. Leaders can foster more meaning at work by co-creating school vision for a positive school culture and improve staff well-being, supporting staff to find their professional self-identity, and setting meaningful goals and clarifying expectations regularly. If staff wellbeing initiatives haven't worked in the past, it could be because they weren't based on what staff need or want, and there wasn't a shared vision and gentle expectations to guide the change. Next, a sense of accomplishment helps reinforce that we're on the right track and keeps our staff moving forward. When we see that we can meet our goals or excel at what we do, it promotes feelings of confidence and well-being within ourselves. Without clear direction, feelings of success, and affirmation from leaders, our staff can feel lost and even lose interest. Some ideas to foster accomplishment in the workplace include regular goal setting with individuals and as teams, and a regular review of our progress. Providing affirmation and recognition of accomplishments in really meaningful ways, and encouraging peer feedback opportunities and learning walks to provide one another with feedback in alignment with the school's priority areas. Positive psychology more recently has also begun to recognise that wellbeing goes beyond the 5 elements initially proposed by the PERMA model. This is where the H for health comes in. This includes physical health, which requires physical activity, good nutrition and sleep, but also mental and emotional health. Our physical health is at the core of all that we do. If we don't feel well, we'll likely lack the energy to tend to the other areas of our life and well-being. Schools can promote health in the workplace by role modelling a healthy work-life balance, providing healthy food options in the workplace, providing and encouraging access to resources and support organisations like Beyond Blue and Mental First Aid, and by promoting physical activity. So as you can see, the PERMA model teaches us that wellbeing is complex and multi-layered, and we must work to enrich each of the 6 areas in the workplace in order for our staff to feel balanced and well-rounded, and like their wellbeing is being properly attended to. Applying the principles of positive psychology to your approach to the workplace can be tremendously helpful for promoting positivity amongst your staff. In fact, the PERMA model is a foundational component of my approach when working with schools. I work to support leaders and staff to embed each of the elements to ensure that the school's approach to improving staff wellbeing and school culture is effective. And this includes building a wellbeing action plan that includes actions across each of those pillars. If you'd like to learn more about my approach to supporting schools to address staff burnout and foster a positive working environment, you can join me for a free and live training on November 10. During this training, I'll step you through why you need to lead your school with wellbeing in mind, and the principles that top performing, well-led schools are guided by in this current climate. I'll talk about why using positive psychology, the PERMA model, and an inquiry approach to staff wellbeing is essential for your school's success. We'll discuss evidence-based ways from the most up-to-date educational leadership research to support burnout staff with school-wide plans and initiatives that actually work. We'll cover the importance of a staff wellbeing action plan for your school, and we'll put it all together with my 6 steps to becoming a well-led school and the first steps to take, and so much more. You can register to attend at adriennehornby.com.au/live-training-November. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 4. If you liked what was covered today, don't forget to like this video wherever you're seeing it, subscribe to stay updated, and share this with other leaders or school staff who might benefit from learning about practical ways to improve staff wellbeing in their school. I'm Adrienne Hornby. Thank you so much for your time, and stay well.